Time for the news again, which nobody will watch. But anyway, so there's been very few videos out lately. I've been run down for the past 2 weeks. There's also the neurovirus that's going around, which means you get quite a bad stomach. I've already had that this weekend. So, yeah, it's not been good. I've even had to skip class on a couple of occasions, and that's not like me. So anyway, the future of the channel. Well, as you saw yesterday, there was a Land Rover video out. It was a very short Land Rover video, but nevertheless, it was a Land Rover video. There's going to be another one coming out next week. That's already planned. It's not been produced, but it's on the computer, ready and waiting to be researched. So that's totally fine. Number 2. Remember the Glasgow ferry video? The weird-looking Clyde ferries? Like something out of War of the Worlds? Well, I've cut that video up to produce a short National Fire Service video. And this book is really going to help. It's a brand new book. I paid over the odds for it. But it's a really good book. It's going to help with the research. So more fire engine videos coming soon. The video that I just talked about, that is 95% complete. I just have to do the voiceover. So that can be on probably Saturday. So that's fantastic. Anyway, looking ahead to next year and 2 videos that should have been done this month. First one, took a Snowcat 743 that crossed the Antarctic. I did a 20-minute lecture on that in one of my classes last week. So a lot of research is already done. Plus I bought a new book on that last week. It's fantastic. That should have been produced from the 5th of December. I was going to give myself 10 days for research. But because I've been run down, that hasn't been done yet. But I'm sure I can scrape a video together about that, no problem. Then the Dakar Rally. Obviously that comes on the 5th of January. I'm like its biggest fan. I just absolutely love it. I have the merchandise. I have the models. Oh, I just love that. So I was going to do a mini-series, possibly about 4 episodes on that, just telling the stories of the vehicles. And we're not talking the modern stuff, obviously. We're talking the classic stuff. That series was supposed to be produced this month. So all I had to do on given dates, because the Dakar's on for 2 weeks, then of course I could just put them on YouTube. You could watch them. That was my original plan. Again, I'm sure I can put something together in time. So, next year. Remember when I keep saying I'm going to do the Real Heroes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that series, F1, World Rally. So next time, instead of announcing a series, I'm going to do the research, and 1 week, I'm going to give myself to put a video together. Next week, I'm going to do the same thing on a different video. So that can then be the start of a new series. Because I don't write anything down anymore. It's only in my head. Do you remember December 2021, I announced on one of the videos, my friend Dieter in Australia used to have a Renault Gordini. He used to use it to bush race all over the outback in Australia. And I said that video was coming for him, and it never got done. So instead of doing that, I'm going to take my time, get research done, get everything done. Same as the bomber video, RAF Bomber Command, the 1000 Bomber Raid. That was supposed to have been produced this month. But it hasn't, unfortunately. So anyway, talking about next year, there's going to be a few changes. You see, if I get my maths qualification, I'm going to be going to college for the photography course. That's 5 days a week. Then we have the lorry shows, usually in the height of summer, and sometimes they can be every single weekend. And there's some weekends where there is 3 shows on, and I would go to 2 of them. So it is very, very hectic. But they seem to filter off in around September. Plus, we're planning on getting a motorhome so we can go up to Scotland more often. If that does happen with the motorhome, then I'm going to be producing the videos earlier in the week, and the weekend videos are going to change to Fridays. Plus, between now, which is mid-December, and mid-April, there's no shows apart from toy fairs, and I don't usually go to the winter ones. So, the weekends that I'm free, and obviously when I'm not ill, then I can produce as many videos as I can for this channel and my other channel, or its sister channel, you could call it, Truck Talk Videos, which used to be my main channel but has more subscribers. So I usually work on 2 videos, not per day, but whenever I edit the videos, I'm usually working on 2. So 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening usually, for the 2 channels, of course. Then you got Andy's Life, but that's just a collection usually of old videos and the history videos, so that doesn't really come into it, to be honest. So it is going to be a bit different next year. So we're going to have to produce videos as and when we can, and preferably on the weekends when there's no shows, so we can try and ensure that the schedule is still there. I know it hasn't been over the past week, but once I'm better, once I've got rid of the bug, and once I'm not run down, then we can get on it again. So, more Land Rover videos coming, new series next year, and this Saturday, National Fire Service video, 95% complete, just got to do the voiceover. If you remember the Clyde Ferries video, I know they look like some out of the War of the Worlds. I basically cut that down. There's a couple of fire truck images on there. National Fire Service, 3 of my favourites. That's going to be my very first fire engine video. There is a Merryweather book on eBay that I'm planning to get, and a Dennis Brothers book to do with the fire trucks. It basically just saves me from looking on Wikipedia. It's right in front of me. I can produce it quicker because I can read it quicker. I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So, yeah, that's fantastic. So, at least the first fire engine video is coming this weekend. I'm so looking forward to it. And that is the end of the boring news. Ta-da!